Hello there, my Star Wars family. What's up? It's Robbie here with Star Wars HQ, and we're talking about all things Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and have been given new teases about Luke's belief system. Could Obi-Wan make an appearance? And also the Guardians of the Whills, which were prominently featured in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Plus, it might just be Obi-Wan was somewhere in The Last Jedi trailer, and you just didn't know it. So guys, let's break this down. So a lot of you have been referring to this scene here in The Last Jedi trailer as an indication that poor Luke is embracing the Grey Jedi Code. Well, Pablo Hidalgo, who is of course one of the creative minds on the Lucasfilm story group, believes you might be reading into this all wrong. Here's a look at Pablo Hidalgo's response to fans out on Twitter. So John Mitchell goes on to say, do people actually not know what that symbol is? And of course he's referring to the Jedi Order insignia. And Pablo Hidalgo goes on to respond, it's more that they think it's something else. He also posted this image of Obi-Wan in his Clone Wars era armor saying, where you've seen that symbol before. So yeah, that's really interesting, and I'm not reading into that image too much, that he's saying, hey, Obi-Wan is in the trailer. I'm going to explain that in a little bit. So what does this mean for Luke Skywalker, and why is he lingering so closely to the Jedi Order book we see here? Well, the books seen here are likely artifacts from the Jedi Order and perhaps teachings from specific Jedi such as Yoda, Obi-Wan, and even Anakin. And more importantly, there could be a major connection to the Guardians of the Whills. In fact, it's very likely that Luke Skywalker is now taking more teachings from the Whills than the Jedi Order, considering they are more ancient than the Order itself. And also, you have to consider that the Whills have the answer to basically life after death. We've seen Qui-Gon Jinn master the ability to become a Force ghost because of the Whills. And you have to consider the passage from the Journal of the Whills in the Force Awakens novelization that goes on to say this: first comes the day, then comes the night. After the darkness shines through the light. The difference, they say, is only made right by resolving of gray through refined Jedi sight. So yes, in essence, I think that the journal is saying that the Jedi sight is not correct right now, and Luke Skywalker, in a way, is going to have to correct that. And one of the ways he's going to have to do this is dabble a little bit in the dark side. And Rey, of course, is going to have to learn that her path is definitely not going to be very easy at all, that she is going to have to learn some things the hard way. And of course, I do not believe her training is going to be easy at all. I think her training is going to be a lot more difficult than what Luke himself went through. And get this, if you didn't notice, the Force tree itself is very much shaped like the Jedi Order insignia, and this tree is rumored to have been saved from the Jedi Temple that burned in Coruscant. You'll also have to consider these books are invaluable, embedded with the teachings of the Jedi Masters, and perhaps their personal notes too. Artifacts like the books and the presence of the Force tree itself could be the perfect ingredients to manifest Force ghosts to appear before Luke and Rey, or at least some sort of Force visions. And yes, you have to remember the comments from the Lucasfilm story group that yes, the Force trees are the new holocrons in the new Star Wars universe. Well, interestingly, we could be getting a tease of a conversation Luke is having with a Force ghost and not Rey as seen here.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
Now that almost sounds like the tail end of a conversation to me with someone that he is arguing with, and I don't think Rey has enough of an understanding of the Jedi to argue its merits. And a lot of you theorize, and I'll link to the post down in the description below for further reading, that in fact Luke could be talking to Obi-Wan Kenobi's Force ghost, or perhaps even Yoda, or a group of Jedi of the past. And what do you guys make of this though? Leave a comment down below. It does make a lot of sense, much like in Rebels when Ezra, Ahsoka, and Kanan confronted visions and Force ghosts of the past. It could be that only specific ghosts will appear to Rey or Luke individually, which may be part of Rey's training and of course Luke's teachings. So guys, some interesting things are going on inside of that Force tree. I cannot wait to see how this story develops. I honestly do expect an appearance from a Force Ghost or two in The Last Jedi. The question is, who would you like to see return in some sort of epic fashion to teach Rey along her journey? Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you later, and may the Force be with you always.